Welcome back, everyone, to the 2020 edition of the Cubica AMF Bowling Promotion Cup. We're here in Dinan, France, which is a beautiful city about 200 miles west of Paris. We've got another stepladder to bring you, and what you're seeing here are the qualifying scores for this Dinan stage. You can see Daria Payok leading the pack with 273 over. We'll cover some of the other scores in a minute. This is another stepladder final, and our first match will feature the men in the competition. And that's going to be Valentin Saulnier, Matthew Magro, and Serge Braga. We're on the 41-foot beaten path pattern here. It's about a 5.7 to 1 ratio, 26 milliliters of oil, just a little bit longer than maybe the more popular middle road pattern. So we shouldn't see the same crazy high scoring pace as we might have seen in the other matches on that neon pattern. And as you can see, we're a little bit into the matches here for time, and we're into the fourth frame already. And here's Serge Braga, who's going to kick things off with his Brunswick Hero. And he's had, unfortunately, a rough start here, having two opens and a spare. But there's a flush shot there for Serge. Good shot. And that's going to get him, hopefully, on the start of a string to get him back in this match. Valentin Saulnier, starting out clean, has got a 14-pin lead over Matthew, and only one of these bowlers advances to face Alexandra Lopez, who, of course, dominated the last stepladder we had back in Red Bull. And there's a great shot by Valentin. And no doubles yet in this match, and again, a little bit tougher pattern. Not going to see the same kind of scoring pace that we saw before. But if you can get in and play that middle shim, you can still get the ball to the pocket, and you can score in this pattern. Let's see how Matthew makes out on it. And pretty good shot, just couldn't get it to turn the corner, and pays a pretty heavy price for not a bad shot. Give him the 8-10 split, and that is going to further increase Valentin's lead. He's in a very good position already, and we're only in the fourth frame here in this competition. Give him 9 out. Once again, Daria Payok dominating this qualifying at 273 over, followed by Cynthia Frendo-Duca at 238 over. And then Alexandra Lopez, Valentin, and all the rest of them were about even or under. So good for Daria and Cynthia Frendo-Duca. We'll see them in later matches. And here's Serge getting it out to the dry and having it go a little bit high for another bad break, 9-10, and give him 9 out. And Valentin getting up now, enjoying a minimum 26-pin lead. Let's see if he can double and extend that. He goes through the beak for a 3-6-10. And again, this pattern not giving you the same amount of hold as we saw on the neon pattern. And obviously Daria, with her strong hand, was able to make maximum use of that, followed by the lefty Cynthia. And let's see how Valentin makes out with the 3-6-10. And a little bit left, and tries to get it to go on the left side, but only gets 2. And I got to see if these other guys are thinking they might be back in this match. And that's going to give Matthew a chance to get up and get something started here. Haven't had a double yet. We're here in the 5th frame. And that's out to the dry. Turn up a little bit. Great shot there by Matthew. Wonderful pitch. And let's see if he can give Valentin a little run for his money after that 3-6-10 miss. And he can get it out to the track there, and you can certainly get a little bit of area with this pattern. Let's see how Serge can do. Serge has consistently struggled to generate enough speed. Let's see what he can do here. Playing the middle, made our first shot on this TV show was a beautiful shot. Let's see what he does here. And lay off. Once again, turns through the beak. giving him another difficult split, the 4-7-10. And trouble for Serge Braga here. Says, oh boy, it's more trouble in this pattern. And here's a shot. Give him 2 out. And Serge struggling. Valentin cruising along. He has a 14-pin lead now over Matthew. It would behoove him to strike here because Matthew's last shot looked very good, and we've seen him strike at will in other matches here. So Valentin, I'm sure, thinking he very much wants to get back on the strike train here. Might be a high road X he's throwing. I'm going to have to look at that. See. Pretty good shot. And can he get a messenger? Comes across but won't carry it. Good shot. Came in just a little bit late. And that's right over 5th arrow. Pretty deep. He gets the slider but won't carry. Valentin with a wonderful release. So much power. Well, that might be an IQ tour he's got there. And no problem there. Just flatten it out. Covers the 10-pin. Maintains his lead. Here's Matthew. Big shot. Can he put some pressure on Valentin here? And he gets that cross arm. He gets that release where he comes across his body to give it all he has, and is a little bit much. He came up light on that lane last time, and unfortunately gets a little bit of read, and it comes through the beak. Almost a very unlikely 3-4, but ends up with just the 3-pin. And unfortunately unable to put a lot of pressure on Valentin, even though Valentin gave him that open. He's going to be 14 pins behind. Must shot here for Serge. Here we go, Serge. That looks like a ball change. Oh, the ultimate price of 4 through the middle for Serge. He's just, oh my gosh, what do I need to do to tame this pattern? And here we can see it's over 3rd arrow. Not a bad shot, but look at that back end. It just turns through, and he pays the absolute maximum price. The dreaded 4 through the middle. And here's a chance at this. Pretty good shot, and he makes it. Wow, wonderful shot there by Serge to cover the 4 through the middle. That's the Greek church with the 3-pin. You will not see that very often, folks. Great shot there by Serge. Let's watch it again. Gets just the perfect angle on that 3-pin and gets the ball to carry the 9. Wow. Next time I leave that, Serge, I'm giving you a call. You got to come out and help me with it. And here's Saulnier. Can he or Matthew start to break something open here? Another beautiful shot. Turn it up. Doesn't come. Maximum price. 3-10. And this match just got closer. And can he get the turn? He says, oh, thank you so much for not recovering. He swore that ball would come up. He threw it well. But it just catches a little bit at the back end. That 41-foot pattern can be very tricky. If you don't get your speed just right, maybe you get around the back of the pattern, it won't pick up, and you just won't have the area you think you have. Or if you get it out early and it rolls early, all of a sudden it's on the beak. You don't have the hold you thought you had. And there's a beautiful shot. Wow, what a clinic these guys are putting on these spares. Wonderful shot there to really maintain his lead, and look how he flattens it out straight up the lane. A lot of talent there by Valentin. Here's Matthew getting back to not a must-strike situation, but he's getting there. Pretty good shot, and dead flush. Beautiful shot there by Matthew. Get him back in the match. And that was right over about 18-17, a little bit inside the last one there, and it held back, laid off, and flushed for him. And here's Serge, one of those Turned it up. And thank you again. We saw that before. Another 8-10 split. More trouble for Sergey. And I think he'll have a little harder time making this one. And that one he just kind of throws out the window. And Sergey looks to really be a victim of this pattern. He's really struggling. And here's Valentin, knowing that he's got Matthew on his tail. And great shot there. Gets the mixer. These are twister pins, I noticed, so we are watching for some funny carry, but so far it's been pretty good. That's a pretty good scrambling mixer there by Valentin. Okay, here goes Matthew. He can get within 2 pins if he can strike here and really tighten up this match. Gets the full turn, and it's inside. Give him the trip 4. Wow, he got a little hold on that shot. Very happy. He went high last time in this lane, but he got it just a little bit right. Maybe a little bit more speed. Laid off. And give him the trip 4. 2-pin match. He says, get me back into this match. Good shot. And Sergey back to that Brunswick Phantom. And way deep. Turned it up. Oh, 6 load for Sergey. Not going to do him much good there. And unfortunately, Sergey's day is all but over here at the Dinan stage of the 2020 edition of the Quebec AMF Bowling Promotion Cup. Many thanks to Bruno Bidone, who puts on these matches. And it's my privilege to be your international commentary for these matches, Bruce Hall. And I hope you're enjoying this great competition from Dinan, France. And here's Valentin. He's got Matthew right on his bumper. He needs to strike here. Let's see what he can do. And watch this young man's release. So powerful. On the inside, a little left, and there's not that much hold. Fortunately, he knew he needed all of it because he came up light last time on that lane. So now he's like, okay, gets a little bit too much of it. Watch it turn in the mid lane. It just reads a little bit too early and goes through the beak for another 3-6-10. He struggled with the spare last time. Let's see what happens. He needs it to maintain his lead. This is going to come right down to the 10th. And give him the, yes, give him the 3. And I think that's what he's looking to do last time on that spare. 2-pin lead now for Valentin. This is for Matthew to take the lead for the first time in the match in the 9th frame. He knows he needs it. What's he going to do on this lane? And it's got to lay off. Oh, and he gets the Brooklyn. He came across his body, pulled it, looked like it hooked early. And here's a shot that's going to be the bowler's best friend. Crosses over, smashes him down. The 9-pin goes late, but give him the triple and the lead. The winner of this match bowls Alexandra Lopez, who we know crushed the last step ladder over in Red Bull and Angers Sud. And let's see how Sergey can wrap up this match. We're in the 10th frame. And pretty good shot there. But of course, a little slow through the beak. And how about another split? And Sergey's like, what do I need to do? And Sergey will live to fight another day, but unfortunately his stepladder in Dinan is now over. With a tough 122 game there. We've all been there, Sergey. We feel you. Here's Saulnier. Very important shot. by Valentin here. He can double to force Matthew to get the first one. And beautiful pitch. Turn it up, give him the mixer. Mixers are carrying here. He can get to 195. And he can indeed make Matthew get the first strike in the 10th to get to the 2-0s if he can get another one here. If you're liking this YouTube channel, hit that like button, please. And check back for the international version of these 2020 Cubica AMF Bowling Promotion Cup matches. Big shot. Beautiful pitch. But it goes through the beak for the 5-low, the Greek Church. It's going to put him in the 180s. Now, Matthew will have to mark. Matthew needs to get to the 190s. And Valentin's like, I did not miss by much. I think it's also what's happening with this pattern. It's very, very speed sensitive. So you're seeing where you feel like you threw the same shot you just threw, and through just a little bit of change in your release or your speed, all of a sudden you get a different reaction. And that's going to clock him in at 183. And so Matthew just needs a mark here. He's at 193 pace with a mark. And marks are not a given. And pretty good shot. And how about a mixer, a flat 10 almost gets the messenger to go across. Let's watch this pin screaming across the deck that goes just behind. Oh, Matthew blocked it on us, but it just went behind the 10 pin. Needs the spare. Here we go. The 10 pin for the wheat. Here we go, Matthew. And no! He goes by it on the left. That ball hooked. He didn't expect it to. And unfortunately, that gives Valentin the match. Tough miss by Matthew. He's very frustrated by it, but these things happen. We've seen people miss spares to lose matches, and unfortunately, it got Matthew there, young Matthew. He'll be back, though, and we'll be back to have Valentin bowl against Alexandra Lopez.